Hi, friends. It's Laura Cordisco with Comfort Real Estate, and I'm here today with Danielle Eisen, another Comfort Real Estate agent. And we are going to discuss some real estate terms we think are important for you to know about. So, to start off, Danielle, thanks for coming today.
Thank you for having me. I am super excited to go over some definitions.
Yes. And I think it would be fun for you to start. Could you begin with CC&Rs?
Yes. Okay. So CC&Rs, these are covenants, conditions, and restrictions. Now, what this is restrictions put on real property. So when you do purchase a home in a HOA, in the community that is ran by an HOA, they're going to have some CC&Rs. This is going to be restrictions based on, say, can you park your RV in the front of your yard? Can you plant a tree? How late can you be out at the pool in terms of like partying and glass? Those are all CC&Rs when you are in a property that's ran by an HOA.
Yes. And those CC&Rs will be given to a buyer provided by the HOA at the inspection contingency portion of a sale so that they can understand what those rules and regulations are before they continue with the purchase.
Yeah, read it, don't weep.
Yes.
Okay, and then let's go over closing costs. So closing costs are fees and expenses that will come at the closing of the property. So you go in, you have your down payment that you have. This is a different fund aside from your down payment. It's not lumped into your mortgage. You're going to have your title, your loan fees, and any fees that come for as a credit as a buyer. And this is all done and estimated throughout the process and paid final on closing day.
Right. Which the closing statement kind of goes along with that. So the closing statement will provide you, there's an estimated closing statement that a seller would receive at the beginning of an escrow. And then, like she said, the costs can adjust. So not by much, but at the very end, there is a closing statement that you receive that gives you the breakdown of everything, how the loan fees were paid, how escrow, title, and possibly a credit if that was negotiated is paid. Almost like a receipt for your house purchase.
Yeah. So just save that money.
Yes. Yes, exactly. So let's go over comps.
Okay.
So comps, I think, are really important to understand when we are helping a seller list a home, price a home. We go through and look at that specific area and what homes have sold for. So it's a factual number. Numbers don't lie. But I would be remiss to not mention that right now in the market that we're in, it's very important to also look at active properties because frankly, that is the competition. And there's two parts to that. So with the comps, the solds, and the actives, it's not just the price, but it's also days on market. So if you are looking to make a move and there's a time limit, you're going to move to Indiana for a new job, then we might need to consider the price of your home to strategize and get it sold in that time frame. Whereas if you are kind of leisurely selling a rental property, we might have a little bit more time, and the days on market will indicate how we price that home.
Tell them about the 2-time sales.
So the buyer sale,
the days on market, and how you have 2 times you might be in
sales. Yes. So
tell them.
Yes. So the way that I phrase it is, in a market like we have right now, you may have to sell your home twice. And I know that sounds silly, but what that means is if you get into escrow and inspection time period comes and the buyer decides, there are some things that I don't feel comfortable with to move forward with the sale, then escrow may be canceled. And in that event, you would have to put your house back on the market. So you're selling it twice. So I think it's just important to remember that time and money coincide. That's the most important.
Absolutely.
I think crucial part to understand when pricing. Let's go over contingencies. Contingencies are put in place to protect the buyer. They include inspection, appraisal, loan, and can also be the sale of a property. And those are timeframes that are negotiated in the offer. So maybe you can discuss with our friends contingent offer and contingent sale.
Exactly. So you have a contingent offer. Okay, I'm a buyer. I'm going in. I want this property. However, it is contingent on, say, something that's going on in my personal life, or it's contingent on the appraisal, it's contingent on the loan coming in. You have these set time frames for you to have this inspection done on the property, your loan to go through to say, I'm going to purchase this home. And for a contingent sale, you may want to sell your home, but you don't have a home that you're looking to move into yet. So you say, I'm going to sell this home, but it's contingent on me finding a property. That way the buyer goes in knowing, okay, I'm going to make this offer. However, it might not go through at the time that I want.
Right.
Because the homeowners have not found a home to move into.
Correct. Yes. And again, just there to protect you, because sometimes there are a lot of sales and purchasing going on concurrently. And it just helps us.
It's all protection. It's protection for buyers, protection for sellers. It's contingencies.
Yes. Let's discuss an EMD. An EMD, or an initial deposit, an earnest money deposit, is your good faith on the buyer's end that they are putting in their money. It is not the down payment to the loan. It is a smaller portion, usually 3% of the purchase price. And that just shows that they have skin in the game to be able to move forward with that property and do their due diligence. And it is held by escrow, which is a third party.
Let's go over land leases. Now, land leases are when you own a property on a piece of land that somebody else owns. So someone owns the land, you purchase a property like in a mobile home park, you have a manufactured home, and then you are paying rent to the owner of that land, and that's the land lease.
Very well said.
Oh, thank you.
Very described very well, better than I could have. The MLS. So the MLS is a portal that we as realtors can put you on to help your search for a home. There are third-party servers that you can look at homes on as well. The information on there is pulled from the MLS, and sometimes it is carried over longer than the information is accurate. So I always recommend, if you are interested in purchasing a home and you are looking right now, let us know. We can put you on our portal and you'll get the most accurate listings, and as soon as they're put on by an agent.
No lag, straight to the source.
Yes, exactly. And with that being said, if you are also in the market for a new home, there is an acronym, PITI, which is Principal, Insurance, Tax, and Interest. And that acronym, that includes the components of your mortgage payment. Online, you can also use mortgage calculators, but the best way to really know what you qualify for is to speak with a local lender who can actually pinpoint what your PITI is. And that would be based on various financial specifics to you. So
yeah, we have in-house lenders that we can recommend you to that will help you get that actual cost as opposed to an estimate from an ad that you found online.
Right. And principal is the amount that you're paying for the home. And then your interest rate will depend on you as well. Taxes and insurance are estimated as well for the area that you're looking in. So that can change. And yeah, it's just a way for you to budget right now so that you're in the best place possible to purchase a home when that home comes up. And with that being said, in order for us to show you property, in order for you to get out there, you do need a pre-approval, which is given by that lender when they give you your estimate for your PITI.
Pre-approvals are actually amazing because you can go into a property, knowing your PITI, and you have that pre-approval on, say, I want to make an offer on a home. I'm already pre-approved by a lender. So you have that one-step level up from, say, another buyer who may not have a pre-approval and that ball rolling already.
Right. Definitely need that set. Seller disclosures. Seller disclosures are, the best way to say it, it's disclosures from the seller on any material fact you may know about your property from the time that you purchased it to the time that you're selling it. It actually goes through the entire period of escrow as well. So if anything pops up during that time, you need to disclose that as well. But it's questionnaires for the seller to fill out. It could be a leak from the roof. It could be a repair to a kitchen sink. It could be any renovation that you've done. And it has to be anywhere in or outside of the home. And I actually feel that it's really important to keep a running list.
Yeah.
So I do recommend to my buyers, when you purchase a home, you keep a running list of any problems that occur in the home and any renovations you do with a date. And if you have receipts, keep receipts as well. It just helps to keep that accumulation over the years rather than when you go to sell your home, just trying to think back through all the years of things that could have happened. And it helps for the buyer to be aware of what they're getting themselves into when purchasing a home.
Yeah, it's just
Would
a
you add
little
anything?
a home seller disclosure folder.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
keeping that up to date, and then you're not having to think back on, oh, did I get that leak fixed in 2020 or
Right.
did it not really happen?
Right.
So,
And then the receipts also provide proof that things were done by professionals that you've hired. If you're going to pay to have your home updated and fixed, you may as well provide the proof that you did that. So let's move on to title.
So title is the legal ownership of a property. So that is you, the now homeowner, being represented underneath this paper, great paper.
Right.
That is this document that
Yes.
is now you. That is
Yes.
your legal binding document that you own that property.
And title is one of the more silent, important features of escrow. And why I say that is because there could be potentially liens, encumbrances, things that happen during the time that somebody owns a home. And there is title insurance that helps transfer title from one owner to the next and to make sure that title is clean and clear.
Mhm.
So a lot of the times you may not hear from a title officer because there may not be anything that needed to be clean and cleared. But if there is, then that will need to be addressed before close of escrow.
Yeah, title is you owning the property and making sure it's all set and good.
Yeah. And I think it's also important to address that as realtors, we do not do this job alone.
Mm-mm.
There is a full team under that escrow time period that will come to facilitate everything together. They are there to help assist. There's lots of documents that we go over that we sign. So there is title escrow. We have transaction coordinators. We have home warranty. We have so many people that come together. It can be between 15 and 20 people that, work together to get that deal done. And it's important for you to reach out to your agent and just make sure that who's reaching out to you is a part
verified,
of your team.
You want to make sure that these people are verified, they are working with your agent, because it's a whole work in progress that's going on behind the scenes that hopefully your agent is keeping clean and going through smoothly, so you're not stressed out. But
there's a lot of people.
There's a lot of people. We have to talk a lot.
Okay, so walkthrough, super important as well. What is a walkthrough?
A walkthrough is your final inspection. So it's really exciting. You're like, oh yeah, I get to go in now. I'm going to see the property. You're also hoping that the property looks exactly how it was when you first put in the offer.
Yes.
So you're going to go in, you're going to make sure that everything looks good and fresh. You are ready for move-in, and you're signing off saying, okay, this is what the property looks like. I'm good to go on that.
And any inspection repairs that were supposed to be previously made. So suppose you have a shower faucet that was not working, that was part of your negotiation during your inspection time period, that it would be fixed and completed by closing. That is your time to go in and make sure that that faucet is working now. So
yeah. So save notes on that too during the inspection period.
Yes. But that's what we're here for. We will do another segment with more real estate terms. If you have any questions about what we discussed today, I will put our contact in the caption below.